Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tartar Zone. This is the Tartar Zone Talks. Nice to see you all in the chat. We've got Enigmatic Joker. We've got the classic 80s fanboy TARDIS time, and we've got MCTV. It's 10, and Donna says, Marty, is that confirmed? Is that confirmed though? Because two hearts and a diamond suggests to me it's a doctor. I mean, David Tennant has been rumored very heavily for the past 6, 7, 8 months, even longer. Even when the rumors of Chibnall's departure were being muted on this channel, there was talks of David Tennant. But I reckon myself it's Matt Smith and David Tennant. They're back. I mean, it has to be in reference. It's definitely the 60th because there's a diamond. So it's definitely for the 60th. And he did appear in the 50th, which was very popular. And the two of them got on very well. And the chemistry on screen was actually quite good. But just to show you what I'm actually talking about. So this is official. So Instagram Doctor Who account put this up. 2 hearts plus a diamond. So the diamond is if anybody knows anything about wedding anniversaries, diamond is the 60th, right? Then RTD himself, verified account. I follow him as well. And he wrote, they're back. Now, it hasn't been confirmed who it is, but I reckon, look, I know some people are saying, and Marty is not the only one saying it, that it's Donna and it's Donna and Matt Smith. I wouldn't rule out Donna Noble returning either for the 60th, but I think this is in reference of the two doctors, the two lads. Very interesting indeed. So they've obviously made that announcement. I've been told to look on Twitter. It's now confirmed. Let's see. BBC press office. Okay. Hold on, I'll do it on the computer. Right, hold on. I did see something come up because I follow the BBC press office. I just seen a notification come up. So let's see what they're saying. BBC press office. Right, there you go. They're back, David Tennant and Catherine Tate. So Marty was bang on. So there you go. It's official. BBC press office live right here on the TARDIS Zone. You're getting it live. It just dropped. So there you go. I came on at a great time, didn't I? So there you go. They're back. David Tennant and Catherine Tate return to Doctor Who. So if I remember correctly, Marty can tell me in the chat. If I remember correctly, there was some rumours. Now, look, we spoke about Catherine Tate on this channel when she was seen in Cardiff during Jodie Whittaker's run, right? And obviously ever since then, especially since Whittaker and Chibnall announced they were going, there has been a call for Donna. And to be quite honest, if you looked at the social media reaction at the time when fans were speculating, the speculation went through the window. She's a very popular character. Look, if you're going to bring Donna back I'm all for it, right? Obviously, it's happening, right? I'm all for it, right? I'm gonna give you a few, share my thoughts and opinions on it, right? So brilliant, you're bringing Donna back, but you've got to do what's annoyed fans for years, right? And that is the fact that her memory was wiped. That never set well with me, at all. Never did. After all she did for the doctor and how they changed each other, it seemed a bit cruel for her memories of that time to be erased. Um, Now, if I am correct in saying there were rumors that saying that Donna's memories she was gonna get our memories back, that this is what was going to happen. So, does that rule out now? Here's a question for you all, actually. Does that rule out Matt Smith's return? Do you reckon it's just going to be led by David Tennant and Catherine Tate, or do you reckon other doctors may appear? But I'm excited. Donna's return. Donna's return is welcome. Enigmatic Joker says, I want Bernard Gribbon. Bernard Gribbons unfortunately is unwell and has been unwell for a while, if I'm correct. I don't know now if he's gotten any better, but I think we're gone. I think we're gone past. I think we're gone past seeing Bernard appear in Doctor Who again. Unfortunately, he's too old, guys. He's too old. He's not. He hasn't been well. It's been documented actually that he hasn't been well. It'd be unfair to drag him in, or maybe they could get him in a little cameo, where he's maybe sitting on the sofa or something, or they go and visit him. But yeah, I think his time is past. But yeah, what do you think? Do you think? Right, so Mr. True Fury wants to know. So it has been confirmed. I'll get it back up again. It has been confirmed by the BBC press office. It all started with a cryptic tweet on the socials. They seem to be doing this thing. Yeah, that's another thing I want to ask is now. They seem to be doing all of these things on social media. How are they announcing it to the rest of the broader public? Is what I want to know. And I have to say, I don't think the current regime have got it right. Yeah. But this is very clever what they're doing. They're very cryptic little tweets and little posts on social media. Then they'll leave it hanging for a while and everybody wants to know what's going on. Everybody will speculate. That brings people onto the social media sites then. And then within an hour or a half an hour within doing that, then they drop the actual announcement then. It is very clever, but how are they doing it for the wider audience? I mean, it's all well and good doing all of this on your social medias. But here it is anyway. We'll go into the site. There you go. So it's being confirmed. So here we go. I'll share it again just to show you all on screen. So we're in the BBC official there on Instagram. Right. And there's the first cryptic tweet that they put out. 2 love hearts plus a diamond. So that meant the 60th. And then RTD wrote underneath. I'll actually just show you real quick, actually. I could do that. There you go. So RTD wrote they're back. Right. And then This just dropped 8 minutes ago. So they're back. David Tennant and Catherine Tate return to Doctor Who. Read all about it on the Doctor Who website. Link in bio. Link in bio. Link in what bio? Hold on. See, I'm still getting used to. No. Don't want to do that. Hold on. Link in bio. So the bio is up here. Right. So BBC Studios, is it this? We'll just click in here. We might as well have a look, what? We might as well have a look. Right, so that's that. Right, it's about shooty there. News and features, TV series. There we go. The link is fucking not working. Wouldn't you know? Right. Right, well, hold on. I'm going to see if I can get it on Twitter. BBC Press Office. We'll go into the BBC Press Office and we'll go down. Sometimes they fix the link. They fix the link almost straight away. So here we go. We could be onto something now. Something went wrong. Okay, so the link is not working right now. But David Tennant and Catherine Tate will return to Doctor Who. Yeah. So very exciting news, what? Have to say. Very exciting indeed. Apparently the website crashed. Yeah, that's because so many people obviously are trying to enter the site at once. But again, that's all well and good, yeah. But how is the general audience finding out about this? Like their social media strategy, I have to say, already is a lot better. You know, they're putting out these little cryptic tweets and stuff like that on their social media accounts. Very clever, very well done. I'll try it again. I'll keep trying it. Oh, something's went wrong. You think that they'd have enough servers to deal with the traffic? But it's big news. It's big news. Obviously, it is big news because you know everybody likes the Doctor, Donna. As I said, it's never really truly sat right with me that after all she did to help the Doctor, and let's be honest, she was helped by him as well because you look at the person she was when she first started off to the person she became, and then to kind of be basically reset back to the original, that none of those experiences happened to you. That's the thing that never set well with me. So if she's coming back, that's something. That means then there has to be something in those rumors that talked about maybe her memories being restored, um, which would be absolutely fantastic. Because as I said, it never set right with me that our mind was wiped. Basically, after saving the universe, it was like, thank you, Donna, but you'll never remember this, you know? And she'll never know that the Ood sing a song for her because she saved the universe. It'll be nice to see her back. I have to say, it'll be nice to see the two of them back. Um, 60th anniversary, a bit, what worries me is this, and I'm going to say it, and some fans do have concerns right now. I'm happy with the casting. Um, we're just waiting now to see who the companion is. There's a rumor flying around that it's the actress from EastEnders, but it's just a rumor. But we threw it out there anyway. But it kind of worries me because, as I did say though, the 60th is going to feel very familiar, but when the new Doctor officially comes around, it's going to be a completely different show. So this is going to be nostalgia full on, but that's what anniversary specials are supposed to do anyway. So I'm looking forward to the anniversary. I was anyway, but I'm looking forward to it now even more. And that website is still down. Hold on, they sometimes when it crashes, they'll repost it back up for some weird reason. But let's see if they have. So obviously 36 seconds ago, the big finish insider then dropped some David Tennant and Catherine Tate audios. See, they know what they're doing. It's generating a lot of hype now. So people now will then go to big finish. See, it's very clever. That's how you actually do it. Bad Wolf, there you go. Bad Wolf have actually put up a tweet, and they have a link to an interview from in the Mirror. As I said, the Mirror gets a bit of criticism, but when it comes to its Doctor Who stuff, it's actually quite reliable. Even though the other side will make you think that they're not reliable, they've been spot on about a lot of things. But there's the tweet from Bad Wolf TV. One of the most loved pairings in Doctor Who history, and Mirror Jeffers there. Doctor Who stars David Tennant and Catherine Tate reunite and film new episode. So let's go into. Let's hope this link is actually working. So I think the way this works, I have to stop screen sharing for a minute. I have to click over because here we go. Right. Here we go. It's gonna be interesting. It is. It's been a while since we seen them, but here we go. So I'll put the link to this article in the link description as well later on, just so everybody can have it, and it's in the So Doctor Who favorites David Tennant and Catherine Tate reunite for special episode. Jesus. The Doctor and Donna Noble parted ways when the Doctor had to wipe Donna's memory in order to save her life in an episode called Journey's End in 2008. And the article is by Mark Jeffries, and he's the showbiz editor for The Mirror. So, David Tennant and Catherine Tate, one of the most loved pairings in Doctor Who history, have reunited and are filming scenes again for the hit TV show. The storyline, which is currently being kept secret by the BBC, is due to air in 2023 to coincide with the show's 60th anniversary celebrations. The Doctor, played by Tennant, and Donna Noble Tate parted ways when the Doctor had to wipe Donna's memory, making her forget him in order to save her life in an episode called Journey's End in 2008. Uh, See, this is why I hate reading articles on these things. You know, they're making. I've actually noticed that these newspapers now they're starting to put a lot of these pop up ads in front, so you can't read the articles anymore. It's actually ridiculous. It is. I'll see if I can. Like, it's bad form. And now it's telling me that it's unresponsive. Fuck off. Oh, for God's sake, exit page. Wow. Why is everything connected to this bleeding thing is crashed? Everything is crashed. Has the announcement broke the internet? Seriously, man. This article from the Mirror won't load up properly. Here we go. Hold on. So I'm afraid to screen share it, but we'll give it a go again, and we'll just continue from where we left off. Anyway, here we go. So the storyline, which is being currently kept a secret by the BBC, is due to air in 2023 to coincide with the show's 60th anniversary celebrations. The Doctor, played by Tennant and Donna Noble Tate, parted ways when the Doctor had to wipe Donna's memory, making her forget him in order to save her life in an episode called Journey's End in 2008. According to the storyline, he left her family with a warning: if ever Donna remembers, she will die. But with the two coming face to face once more, the big question amongst fans will be just what brings the Doctor and and Donna back together. Yeah, that's the interesting thing. And this article has frozen again because this is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Like, it's covered up the rest of the article that I need to actually talk about. Showrunner Russell T Davis. I'm only reading this part before it starts acting up. And I'll put the article in the link description later. Showrunner Russell T Davis said, "They're back and it looks impossible. First we announce a new Doctor, then an old Doctor, along with the wonderful Donna. What on earth is happening? Maybe this is a missing story or a parallel world or a dream or a trick or a flashback. The only thing I can confirm is that it's going to be spectacular as two of our greatest stars reunite for the battle of a lifetime. But you notice how he does it, right? This is how you get fans interested, right? It's this line. What on earth is happening? Maybe this is a missing story, or a parallel world, or a dream, or a trick, or a flashback. See, he's thrown them all out there, all these little theories out there, and it's probably none of them, right? He likes to throw out little red herrings, and then sometimes, as I said, there might be actually one of them that is what he's doing. Could it be a flashback? Could it be a parallel universe, a dream, or a trick? Or is it something else? And then he says, the only thing I can confirm, it's going to be spectacular as the two of our greatest stars reunite for a battle of a lifetime. So he's already hyping it up that it's going to be this big mad battle. Tennant last appeared on the show in the 50th anniversary celebration episode in 2013 called The Day the Doctor Was. Tate made guest appearances until 2010. Their return together will delight millions of sci-fi fans. Well, so much so that it's crashed everything. And this article is still not loading up properly. But we've got rid of it anyway. But there you go. I mean, he does it. He does it again. See, this is the difference between him and Chris Chibnall. See, yes, he's annoyed certain fans out there, and you know, look, I'm not going to say that they're wrong, right? At the end of the day, you know, he's made some comments that have made fans a bit suspicious, and they're right to have those suspicions, and they're allowed to express their opinions on those suspicions, just like we're allowed to express our opinions on how we're looking forward to the 14th Doctor. But again, this is how clever he actually is. He's thrown out a lot of things there now. He said so few words, but he's thrown out a lot of information. This is what RTD has always done and what he is so good at. It's just miles of what we're getting right now. I mean, God love Chris Chibnall. He's tried to be clever. But the main flaw that he's had is that he's not willing to give anything away at all. Whereas RTD likes to tease his audience. Well, could it be a dream? Could it be a flashback? Could it be something else, basically? You know? And as I said, one of them is probably true. Is it a parallel universe? Is it a flashback? Is it something else? I reckon it's something else. Because he likes to throw out a lot of misdirection. But he said so few words and now he has the whole fandom. He's crashed the BBC site. Like, we tried to read that article from the BBC site and he's crashed it. I mean, the 60th is gonna be absolutely brilliant. We got a new member. I forgot to actually mention. Sorry, folks. Yeah, we do have a members member section now. There's a join button there if you would like to join. We'll be doing some member streams on there. So yeah, I see we've got our very first member, and it's Nicholas Horton. Welcome to the members club. I really appreciate it. Yeah, man. Look, I'm absolutely bleeding over the moon. Look at that. Anybody that's been watching this channel from day one knows what have I always said, that my favorite Doctor companion duo was David Tennant and Catherine Tate, because I loved their friendship in the show, and they had a obviously, friendship, obviously, a friendship, obviously, off screen, and you could tell that they had great chemistry. This is great. This is great. Look. As I said, this is the 60th. And I think we should. I think we should give the 60th. Uh, give the 60th a go. What are the chances of Omega being in the 60th anniversary? Look, I think anything is possible at this stage now that that RTD is back. I think this is great. But again, I'll ask people out there, does that mean that rules out Matt Smith returning now? I think that'd be a bit unfair on Matt Smith, to be quite honest with you. Because for his 50th, then he was there for the 50th, and obviously David Tennant shared the screen with him. It'd be nice now if that was reciprocated and Matt Smith returned. But the chances of Omega being in the 60th, I don't know, man. And it's possible. I know there's rumors flying around, but we got another new member, Raymond O'Reilly. And Nicholas was the first, by the way, because he just said it in the chat there. Nicholas is the first, so we have to say that. Raymond, you're the second. Welcome. Really appreciate it, guys. Welcome. And we will be doing a member stream very, very soon. And we will have the big debate also, but I'm going to put it off for maybe a week or two. I forgot to mention before we started the stream. So, someone that we know in the YouTube community on Twitter, and someone that we know personally, Chris, from Cultivated Media, Lexi passed away. So he's had a bit of a rough time at the moment, and he was due to be part of the big debate. So we're going to leave it for a while, wait until everybody, and obviously let the fandom calm down just a little bit, because there's just a little bit too emotion going around right now from everybody, including myself, and I think we all need to take a chill pill for a while. That's why I haven't streamed over the last couple of days. I was due to do one, as you seen. I'll put one up. And I will get to that one. Don't worry, I'll get to that one next week. But it's obviously next week soon, Monday. I'll get to it. Don't worry. But I just needed a couple of days to myself to chill, and I think you understand. You get some of those days. So let's see. We got another. They should include Paul McGann's Doctor being in the 60th anniversary. We deserve to see more of his incarnation of the Doctor on screen. And I agree with Nicholas Horton. And actually, do people in the chat there agree with Nicholas Horton? Would just like to see Paul McGann return? Actually, very interestingly enough, I put up a couple of polls. And right now, one is still running. There's a couple of more days to go on it. But I threw one up earlier when the announcement of the 14th Doctor was made, and I threw up a poll. And I will put the result up because you're going to find this very fascinating. Now, this is not like some of me old polls back in the day where they'd get 100 kind of votes and stuff like this. This vote was voted for by over 500 people, if I'm correct. So it's reasonable to kind of judge what people feel that follow me, and I've noticed that a lot of new people as well are following me as well. But so this was what I asked. So I asked, how does everyone feel about Shuti Gatwa's casting as the 14th Doctor? Please vote below. And I asked people to leave a comment as well. So we had 535 votes for this poll. Now the other poll is going to get slightly more as well, but it's very interesting that both polls are reflecting what I think is what's happened to the fandom right now. So I asked the question, and the result was 31% of the people that voted in this poll said they were undecided. 32.5% of people that voted in the poll says I am unhappy, and 36.4% of this fandom says they are happy with the casting of the 14th Doctor. Now, that does seem to be what I've seen on Twitter and social media. There seems to be a bit of a trend there. But I'm going to show you the poll that I've thrown up right now at the moment. Where is it? Hold on. It could be this one. Well, it should be this one because, yeah, it is. Right, so there's 4 days left on this poll, and already there's 588 votes on this one. So this one has gotten a little bit more traction. But wait till you see this so far. Right, and if you're on Twitter and you haven't voted, please do. So I said, can RTD make Doctor Who successful again? Vote in the poll below. As I said, 588 people have voted so far. But as it stands, 29.8% of the audience say no, he can't. Undecided at this time, 29.3%. And 41% of the audience say, or the people that voted say, yes, he can. But again, as you can see, it's not as clear cut as other polls that I've done with this era, where it's been either a yes or no kind of thing. It's never undecided or anything. So, I mean, it does seem to be a bit of a fracture in the fandom, a bit of a no. His pup, his dog, Lexi, passed away. So Raymond says, let's see. Raymond said, "Don't think it rules anything out. Rachel is back, and with her social media show, Matt Lucas and Peter Capaldi, McGann. Oh yes," says Raymond O'Reilly. No, I still think I agree with you. But they said filming some scenes, yeah, which suggests either they're not in the whole lot, which means there could be. I'm just thinking whoever's leading the 60th, whatever Doctor, right? And let's say it's Matt Smith. So Matt Smith somehow needs the help of David Tennant's doctor, and he realizes that there's something in Donna's mind or something that they need, but he knows that he can't go back because if he goes back, he'll kill her. So maybe they send Matt Smith's doctor or something. And then maybe we go from there. But maybe this is the doctor, whatever doctor it is, dipping into their own timeline. Maybe it is flashback. Maybe it is a parallel universe. We've got Nicholas just asking about Ballstrack there, but then obviously we got another reply there, which it's not easy. Yeah, he's had Lexi a long time. Kept him going all of this time. He left a lovely post on Twitter. It was nice. Yeah, it could be multiple doctors and multiple companions. I do agree. As I said, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, we do have a member zone now. We will be doing some member streams as well. And we'll do it a little bit differently on that. Obviously, when I'm on these streams, you kind of have to. Not that I hold back too often, but we'll do. Obviously, what we always do: be honest and truthful. But we'll go into more in-depth analysis of some of the stuff that we're going to be doing. Good evening to Noel and all the chat, says Robert. Welcome. Bad Wolf just posted a cryptic tweet of 5 clocks. Let's see. Right. So hold on. This is not over then. This is not over. This there's something more going on. What time is it? See, it's still early. It's still early. There's something else going on. Right. Well, let's see, because I'm following Bad Wolf. So they pinned the tweet 40 minutes ago. They're back. And then they've shared the deadline article. And Georgia Tennant just... Right, I don't see this... I don't see... When did they put this cryptic tweet up? Yeah, when did they put this cryptic tweet up? Because I don't see it. I don't see it. All I'm seeing is a lot of photographs of David Tennant. Let's see, did they put it in the original tweet? But then if they did that, then it'd show up. I don't see it. I don't actually see it. Raymond O'Reilly says it has to be, and I will get slain for this. Jodie Whittaker. Sorry. I mean, they did say that we wouldn't get any. Well, they did say that there'd be more announcements, but they'd be drip drop. Listen. Bottom line is this, right? BBC know that the current era is done, right? It's done, right? Um, so I don't think it makes a difference. I don't think the ratings are gonna improve under Chibnall. I mean, look, either people will tune in or they won't. It's as simple as that. And I think they've already proven with the last couple of specials that they'll decide whether they want to or not. This version of Doctor Who was not a priority to them. Seriously. Um, Raymond asks, "Are you are doing this? Do are doing this on the hour?" I don't see that link, but we'll have a look for it now. Just hang on for a second. I see a couple of more notifications there. We've got Patrick with a 10 Australian dollar super chat. He says, "Exciting times ahead. I hope they get David Bradley to play the Force Doctor and as many of the others as they can. Thanks for fixing that." The everybody no laugh emoji. And Patrick has also become a member. Also, thank you for becoming a member of the Tarda Zone. I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. We will have some member streams as well. What is the Twitter account? Well, Bad Wolf TV is the Twitter account, Raymond. But I don't see it there. And normally, if they link it in, what would happen is it would actually show up and I would see it. Very interesting. Nicholas Horton also says, "I hope for Doctor Who merchandise again, figures and play sets, etc." Yeah, I mean, look, it's. I feel like though, and I'm just gonna say it. I just feel like this is kind of a last hurrah for Doctor Who as we know it. That's the feeling I'm getting. That's the feeling I'm getting. All right, hold on. So we've got a clock, and sand. Tick tock goes the clock. So it's the times that the clocks are on though, and it's very hard to see in that screenshot. So if I'm correct, one looks like it's on 9 o'clock. 9:03. Then one looks like 7:15, and then 4 o'clock. So 9:03, 7:15, 9 o'clock, and then the sand emoji thing. It's there. Hold on, I'll screen share. It's very small, but you can see what they're talking about. I'll just so there you go. So underneath there, Bad Wolf TV. So they've got clocks there and a little sand dial. Clocks and a sand dial there. So hold on, we'll try and make it bigger, and we'll just remove that comment for just a second. So there you go. We got a couple of clocks there and a sand dial. Interesting. Interesting. This is all happening now while we're talking. Nicholas Horton says, my mum liked Catherine Tate's character of Donna Noble. Funny in a good way. I'm a fan myself. I can't wait to see them back. I think it's absolutely fantastic. But it feels to me like it's a kind of a last hurrah. Carol says, I came to cry. Oh my God, oh my God. Daniel says, RTD is the man. Thank you, Russell. I have to say, it's good to have. Do you know what? It's been such a long time since we've had good news about Doctor Who that it feels a bit weird because, you know, if there was anything that I had positive to say about this era, I would have said it. And you know, I have given it a bit of credit. Obviously, not as much credit as others out there would like me to give, because obviously I wouldn't have got all the stick that I got if I had a gave it a bit. But I was never going to compromise my opinions. I just didn't like this era. So it's nice to actually have some good news. And to talk about Doctor Who in a positive manner for a change. You know, it's all I've always wanted to do. I can't stop smiling right now. I mean, seriously, I said a Series 4, RTD Series 4 is my favourite. And that I call it a three-part special. It starts off with Turn Left, in my opinion, and then you have the other two episodes then. But that Series 4, I've always loved that dynamic. Nicholas again says, how about Martha Jones returning also? Listen, at this stage, mate, I'd say just sit back and just wait for more announcements. Because I tell you one thing, he's up to something, and he said it's going to be spectacular. And trust me, he let me. I think we haven't taken this into account, but it just came to me, right? If you think about it, he wasn't around for the 50th anniversary because obviously he'd stepped down. But I say there was a bit of a tingle of regret that he wasn't there for the 50th. So the fact that he has the 60th anniversary, if he says it's going to be spectacular, trust me, it's going to be spectacular. And I mean, the fact that David Tennant and Catherine Tate have returned is a masterstroke. He's right. They're the two most popular characters in the RTD era. Those two can be a duo. As a duo. Yes, Rose and Tennant's Doctor get a lot of love as well. But out of all of the companions, the one that fit him the best, in my opinion, was Donna Noble. So to have her back in the show, and I hope she gets our memories back, because that Donna deserves to exist. The Donna that saved the Doctor's life, the Donna that saved the universe. That was so cruel what happened. And Nicholas again says, I prefer it if Ace and Tegan were returning under RTD instead, like Jordan the 60th anniversary. And then Raymond O'Reilly puts one up and says, it won't, but it will. Their handshake to Jodie or Shooty is the man on the 60th, but sit back and let it happen. Listen, I think it's a lot of fans have been speculating whether Shuey will appear in the 60th or not. It depends how they do it, but he would really kind of have to be in the 60s, wouldn't he, to kind of hand over the baton for the next generation of Doctor Who? So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Bad Wolf says they hope to bring back John Barrowman too. That's not going to happen. Yeah, they're my favourite two, Companion and Doctor duo. Because I like that friendship, as I said. There was none of that romance crap that you have. As I said, I didn't like it when the Doctor and Rose became involved. I've never liked it. My two favorite companions actually are Donna Noble and Bill Potts, because that's the relationship that companions should have with the Doctor. Right? There shouldn't be any romance there. The Doctor had his family, right? His family passed away in the Time War. So it's disrespectful to his family. Well, it's already kind of being rumored, and it's kind of one of those worst kept secrets that's going to be a multiple event for the 60th anniversary. So a multiple event means multiple stories, doesn't it? Or multiple episodes. Patrick says if they don't bring back Jack Harkness, it's a wasted opportunity. Yeah, but here's the thing. You still have the fans on the other side that, have it in for John Barrowman, and they're still pretty active on social media. Normally, what happens is when the Jodie Whittaker episode finishes, most of the accounts will stay dormant then until a week or two of the upcoming episode, and then they're back all of a sudden. But this time they've actually stuck around because they saw the announcement of the 14th Doctor. Now, a lot of them did say they cast a bloke that they were actually going to leave because, if it was another bloke Doctor, they were gone. And some said if it was another white male as well, they were gone. But of course, any chance that the other side have for a bit of activism and to make something political, they'll jump on it. So they're still around, and they have tried to politicize this casting along with the media as well. And the rhetoric going around is, if you're not a fan of the casting, you're a racist, which is not the case. What I have said here myself on this channel is if all you see is the skin color, well then yes, then that is racism. But a lot of the issues that I see people having with it is got to do with his interview with RTD, where they talked about diversity and representation and inclusiveness, and that, in some ways, in a lot of fans of opinions and mine on this channel, that has hampered the Chris Chibnall era, and fans are just fearful that the show is going to continue down the same routes and the same mistakes that the Chibnall era made. So there are concerns out there, But for me and a lot of other fans out there, I'm happy with the casting. I can't wait to see who Shooty's companion is. As for the 60th, I am now in bloody hyper mode because Catherine Tate has returned. But yeah, it's been a weird time in the fandom. As I said, I've showed you that poll it does seem to be a fandom that's right now. There are fans that are totally on board with the casting. There's some that are undecided, and there are some that, because of the interview, that has turned a lot of people off and made a lot of fans suspicious. And as I said, the difference with me is I'm on the other side of the fence now because, and I know there are a couple of people here that follow me that probably don't agree with me, probably do agree with those people that, you know, that this is more of the same. But I don't feel that way. Yes, look, here's the way I'd put it to everybody, right? Everybody loves, and I'm using this as an example, and I think it's a very valid example. So a lot of you that follow this channel are fans of the Orville, right? Now the Orville's a great show, yeah. Now, if you were to follow Seth MacFarlane on his social medias, right, and you were to listen to everything that he said, right, and he hated Trump and all of this, and you know, he's rather left-minded in his politics, actually. Actually, he is, right? But if you're to listen to everything that he said, right, and if he's had the attitude that you have, well, I'm not watching Doctor Who, well, then you wouldn't be watching the Orville either. See, I'm not telling people what to do, but I think what people need to try and understand and come from this point of view is just because he said something in an interview doesn't necessarily mean that the show is going to have the same or make the same mistakes as the Chris Chibnall era. This is, after all, RTD. I mean, he's 10 times the writer that Chibnall is. So there shouldn't really, when it comes to his writing, I don't think there's a problem there. As I said, though, if we were to take everything that Seth MacFarlane said, nobody would be fans of the Orville. So I think we kind of have to, as I've always said, this is the thing. You just have to wait and see what happens. And that's what I'm doing. I'm going to give it a chance. Going to give it a season. RTD brought it back in 2005. So to me, I own at least that, a season. And that's exactly what I'll do. But right now, as I said, I'm excited about it. But I do understand that fans have concerns. Nicholas Horton says both Neurotic and Az ain't going to give RTD a chance unless the Timeless Child is retconned. That's what they've said on their channels, says Nicholas Horton. As I said, they have every right to feel that way. They have every right to walk away if that's what they choose to do. At the end of the day, as I said, I don't blame some fans feeling like that. And if that's what fans are going to do, then that's fair enough. But I mean, if you're not going to give RTD a chance, and I would say this, then if you're not going to give RTD a chance, then there'd be no point in talking about it. I mean, because then you'd be just hate watching for the sake of hate watching. I just have to put that out there. You know what I mean? If you're not a fan, that's fine. If that's the stumbling block, that's fine. As I said, I've always understood that the Timeless Child is a bit of a stumbling block for a lot of fans out there. And if it's not retconned, a lot of fans will walk away. But that's fine. And if you're not willing to give RTD a chance, and there are fans like Gary and Az out there that aren't willing to give RTD a chance unless it's retconned. But there'd be no point then doing videos on it and complaining about it if you're not really going to give it a chance anyway. You know, I just wouldn't see the point in making videos saying you hate something because you're not willing to give it a chance. See, that's the thing. I might have hated this current era, but I sat down and I watched every single episode of it. I haven't missed one. I watched every single season and every single special. I did say that Matt Smith, look, Matt Smith has to, it makes sense. Trust me. Nicholas Horton says, I ain't completely given up on Doctor Who. Well, nice to hear. But look, I can understand the fans that have had enough, right? I'm not sitting here and criticizing, right? I understand. And if people are not going to give RTD a chance because of the timeless child, I understand. All I'm just saying is then, to me, and this is just my opinion, to me though, there would be no point when the RTD era comes along then to do videos on it or to do live streams on it when you've already told everybody that you're not willing to give it a chance. Because then you'd be just watching for the sake of hate watching. And we're supposed to be better than that. That's what critics do. That's what media does. We're supposed to be better than those people. Just my opinion, of course. As I said, everything that I say on this is just my opinion. Not telling anybody what to do, how to feel, what to think. Do whatever the hell, whatever makes anybody happy. Right now, I'm just happy. I'm happy that for me, there is positivity there and stuff to be excited about. For others, that's not the case, and that's fine. Absolutely fine. And there's some out there that have concerns, that's absolutely fine. And there's some that just, have checked out, and that's absolutely fine. He's gonna look. Have you not noticed something, right? Cheryl said this to me. Georgia Tennant, when the announcement was made, said hello, Dad, right? And then obviously then David Tennant gets announced today. There's an interview with Matt Smith that's been thrown around on social media recently where he was asked about the new Doctor and saying that shoot, he was going to do a great job. Look, I'd be very surprised if Matt Smith is not in the 60th anniversary. I would. Especially if it's a multiple story. Maybe Donna and David Tennant are the fourth Doctor of this multiple story thing. Then maybe Matt Smith and Jenna Coleman return, or maybe Karen Gillan return for Matt Smith with Amy and Rory, because remember there was a rumor of those supposedly, right? So a number of things could happen right now. See, this is the exciting thing. See, as I said, RTD says few words, but he gives a lot away. And then he throws out a few red herrings as well. And he even told us in an interview the other day that he throws out red herrings, and he's done it again today. We got 65 people watching right now at the moment. Do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe. And remember, as I said, There's a members join button there. Now we will be doing some member streams. And what we'll do is as well, obviously, this is a new, fresh announcement. Obviously, I'm pretty sure there'll be more stuff to come out over the next few days. So we'll get the member stream up and we'll go into more in-depth detail, and we'll talk about it in a bit more in-depth detail, as I said. And yeah, it's an exciting time. Exciting time, I have to say. It'll be lovely if Smith. I mean, the cap it all off for me. Obviously, for me, for the 60th, I would absolutely love it, and I mean love it, if Peter Capaldi was to come back. For me, out of them all, and I'm sorry, I have to say this. Yes, while David Tennant and having Catherine Tate back is brilliant, right? And even having Matt Smith back would be brilliant. But if they announce Peter Capaldi too, right? If Peter Capaldi agreed to come back and do the 60th anniversary, I would lose it completely. I'd lose it completely. I'd be throwing hula hoops and seriously, man, I'd lose the plot. I'd lose the plot. He just deserves another go at it, because I didn't like the way he left. I do believe he was forced out. A lot of us share that opinion. I do believe he was forced out for Jodie Whittaker. Is another reason why nobody was ever going to take to Jodie's doctor either. You get rid of a doctor that you actually say that wasn't universally loved as well, just to kick a man down when he's on the ground, he didn't give two craps. But fans remember those things. That's why I don't think personally RTD will make the same mistakes as Chibnall. Patrick says, I hate the timeless child with the white hot heat of 100 supernovae all going off at once, but that is Chibnall, not RTD. I can't wait to see what RTD has in store for us. And that comes from our new member, Patrick. And hopefully, I'll be able to get some proper badges. I did try use some of the artwork that I have, but they're too big. I did try to convert them then, but it wasn't working. But we will eventually, when I get used to it and stuff, we'll sort it out. But Nicholas says, how about the Doctor's daughter, Georgia Tennant, returning in the 60th anniversary for some sort of cameo? Look, I say the chances of Georgia Tennant being back on screen playing the Doctor's daughter have increased now that RTD is back. That's what I would say. I just want to make sure that I will read out some of your other comments as well, but it's a thing on YouTube. As I said, I'm only learning this, but members, you've got to read out the members' messages, so that's what I'm doing. Peter Capaldi deserved better, and I think everybody in the chat would agree with that as well. If they announce Capaldi, I will gush and cry tears of joy as he's my doctor, says Daniel. Daniel, I'll bring you on and we can cry together, mate. Seriously. Nicholas Patrick has sent you a little message there. I'll just put it up on screen there. He says, Nicholas Horton, I'm still collecting the Doctor Who and villain figurine series from my news agent. I'm up to issue 182. Daniel, I don't think there'll be a dry eye in the place, mate. Um, Listen, that's what I reckon, Marty. I think we're on the same wavelength here. See, I think what's happening is because remember the when the announcement was made about shooting, then they said there'll be more announcements, but they'll come sporadically, right? See, I think that's what's going to happen. They've announced David and Catherine Tate, right? So they're going to be filming, right? So that's obviously why they've announced. So when they're finished, then I don't know how long this filming for their part of it is going to be for, right? But then if another doctor is going to be in it, they'll have to announce the next doctor. So that's how I think they're doing it. I think they're stretching it out that way. They'll only announce them when they have to, you know? And I think that's another good strategy. So listen, folks, I would say keep an eye on the social medias. Instagram for RTD, right? Bad Wolf TV on Twitter and all the social media accounts connected with Doctor Who, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Keep an eye on them all, folks, because that's where you'll get your announcements. That's where you'll get your announcements. There's definitely more to come. Definitely more to come. And this is not over for and this feels like Christmas, folks. Feels like Christmas. I haven't been this excited in 5, 6 years, man. This is brilliant. Nicholas says, how about the doctor's daughter? Oh, we read that one. Yeah. Let's see. Peter Capaldi, yeah, we read that one too. That one's to Nicholas, and I think we're up to date now. Nicholas just wrote there, K9. I wouldn't mind see K9 return. Good dog. Listen. This is an exciting time to be in the Doctor Who fandom right now. You know, it's just announcement after announcement. But a lot of people have been asking why they've been making announcements when they said there wouldn't be any more announcements. They didn't actually say that though. What he, if you read what he said and you read between the lines, he basically said we will announce more stuff, but it won't be every couple of days or so. They'll space it out. And that's exactly what'll happen. So I reckon David Tennant and Catherine Tate will be spotted filming somewhere, so they announced it, right? Then when they're finished, and if this is a multi-episode thing that they're doing for the 60th, then maybe they're getting their own episode, their own 45-minute episode or whatever it is, yeah? Then they're done. Then when that's wrapped up, then obviously then what they'll do is then if other doctors are returning, announce that doctor with their companion. So just to recap for anybody that has just joined us, Catherine Tate, it's official, is returning along with David Tennant for the 60th anniversary. And there will be more to come. Absolutely great news. So what was the other clue? Can't find it. Anyway, it won't be tonight. The other clue was a bunch of clocks at certain times, and a sand clock. Are you having guests on this evening? No, Marty, no guests on tonight. Next week, obviously, I'll be bringing guests on because we've got a lot of catching up to do, but I'll be doing it next week, but none tonight. I didn't actually plan on going this long either, but because obviously stuff has been happening while we've been on, um, I just rolled with it, as they say. But now I'm gonna head because what you call it, Cheryl's gone to the shop, so we're probably gonna chill for the night. What announcements? So yeah, Donna Noble and David Tennant's Doctor are returning for the 60th. That is the big news. So there you go. I think RTD wants this to be even bigger than the 50th. Well, it's going to be bigger than the 50th. It's going to be bigger than the 50th. This is RTD. Because his serious endings were he always tried to do the big and spectacular, right? And he kind of didn't have all the budget that he needed to do it. Now he's got that extra little bit of cash now, and he could do something big budget now. It's gonna be, Marty. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird. I have to say, it's gonna be weird to see it. I hope it's the music from Series 4 though. I hope it's the music from Series 4 because that was the best title sequence and the best music, actually. Well, the title sequence was the same, wasn't it? But the music, Season 4, Turn Left. Actually, it was all the same for Season 4, wasn't it? Or did it change midway, or am I getting confused with something else? Probably getting confused with something else. Um, Oh yeah, we need to congratulate Karen Gillan for getting married too today. Yeah, she got married. Yeah, seeing that. That was a bit unexpected. I didn't even know she was seeing someone. But there you go. Goes to show you much I know. But yeah, fair play, fair play. It would be nice to see her back in Doctor Who again as well. Here we're getting a bit greedy now. We are. But I'm just thinking, Matt Smith is a Moffat doctor. Could RTD quite possibly get or convince Christopher Eccleston to return? Now, that would be one for the books. That'd be definitely one for the books. As I said about Bernard Gribbons, Bernard hasn't been well. He's old now, folks. He's done his time. Look, he's done his time. He's done his time. Raymond says sand and clocks. My hopeful guess. Cabaldi clocks, titles, and sand. Heaven sent, but that's hopeful, says Raymond O'Reilly. Yeah, I mean, I've seen Daniel's messages in there as well. He hasn't felt this happy in a long time. I'm the same, man. It's nice. It's nice. that's all we've ever wanted, really, though, is for the show to just be good. That's all we've ever wanted. I mean, it's not as if we're asking. It's not as if we're asking for much. We just want a decently written, I should say, sci-fi show. It's like, but announcements like this will bring a bit of joy, and we need a bit of joy, Um, so we'll see what happens. I'm just checking to see if there's anything else that I need to look at. Bad Wolf has gone mad with our tweets, retweeting every article under the sun. Raymond has said there hasn't been such a great buzz in a very long time. Got to go. Night all. Have a great weekend. And thank you for becoming a member, Raymond. I really appreciate it, pal. As I said, we will be throwing up a member stream soon, and we'll have other streams there as well. So look out for them. Thanks for that. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking right now to see RTD is trending. I mean, RTD is trending. I don't see Doctor Who trending. Nicholas Horton with a £5 super chat, who's also a member. Thank you. The actors who played Ian and Barbara in that David Bradley 50th special to appear in the 60th. Sarah Jane said that the characters never aged. Oh. Let's see if Doctor Who. So Russell T, as I said, is trending. Where I am, Doctor Who isn't trending. Obviously, I'm in Ireland, so trending will be different here than it will be in the UK. But RTD is trending in Ireland. So just goes to show you how popular he is even here in Ireland. I reckon Murray will be doing the music for the 60th at least. Well, if he's bringing back the band, as they say, if he's bringing the band back together, I'm pretty sure RTD and Murray Gold will team up again, Marty. I think I agree with you on that one. Yeah, that's the second Sunday in a row. Classic Fat 80s fanboy has pointed out. Remember, folks, that's the second Sunday in a row that we've actually gotten an announcement. So it seems to be Sunday, seems to be very popular. Well, RTD is not stupid either. He knows a lot of people. Sunday is kind of a rest day. Friday and Saturdays are probably a night for going out, having your few drinkies, and Sunday then it's like back to school or back to work and stuff like that. So the family are settled in. Sunday's a kind of a rest day, unless it's a bank holiday. Then of course there's an extra day of drinking. But on normal, so it's actually pretty clever. It's actually pretty clever. But that's the second Sunday in a row now. So we'll have to see if there's any more. Yeah, filming is happening right now, so it's time to keep an eye out for location filming. Yeah, I just hope though. Like, it's always nice to see a photograph or two on the set, you know, but I would be hopeful that they can keep a lot of things under wraps, you know. I don't want too much spoiled, and I know I've done the old rumors and speculation myself over the last few years, but for this, I don't really want to spoil major things, or I wouldn't want to see it spoiled. I mean, we didn't give a crap about the Chris Chibnall era stuff being, Chris Chibnall era being spoiled because we didn't obviously like that. So we didn't give a crap. So, when the Daleks come back, we were like, Daleks. When the Weeping Angels came back, and then Moffat comes out to apologize. Oh, leaked. No, you didn't. It was leaked weeks ago, man. Calm down. You didn't leak out, and Chris is not going to be angry with you. PD has just said thanks to Nicholas Horton for the super chat. Yeah, and thank you, Nicholas, for also becoming a member along with Patrick and Raymond O'Reilly as well. I think we have 3 new members now. So I want to thank you guys for joining the membership. But for everybody else, like, share, and subscribe, please, as well. Every bit of support helps, and I really do appreciate it. Next week, we will bring on some guests to discuss this announcement further. So don't worry, I will bring some people on. Maybe we might make that a member stream. Bring on a couple of guests and see what they have to say about it. Laura Thought says, hi, Noel. Welcome. Cyber Match Strike says, hi, gang. Cool news. It is indeed very cool news. But second Sunday in a row, as I said, we've gotten a Doctor Who announcement. Interesting. Will we get another one next Sunday? We'll have to keep an eye now. We'll have everybody keeping an eye on all the social medias now for the next few weekends now, because anything could happen at this stage. I mean, he doesn't care. But again, I will say it's kind of a damning indictment of the current era that they don't actually care anymore now. That they're just going to announce stuff, Remember, there's still one episode of this era to go. So very interesting. Very interesting. Nicholas Horton says, the only 2 figures I bothered buying from the Chibnall era was the scrap recondensed Dalek and the Jadoon. Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of the stuff in the Chibnall era, unfortunately, wasn't good enough to be merchandised. To be quite honest with you, I don't think there was much value in doing any of them. 90 minutes for Jodie Whittaker's last episode. Yeah, it's 90 minutes too long if you ask feckin' me. 90 minutes too long. But what can I do? What can I do is at all? But look, we leave it there because obviously, you know, as I said, we'll bring on some guests tomorrow or something. But exciting news. Exciting news. Donna Noble and the 10th Doctor to return for the 60th anniversary. And I reckon there will be more announcements to be made at some stage. Guarantee it. But we'll leave it there. So I want to thank me 3 new members that we have at the moment. Remember, we got a members club, if that's what you want to call it. We'll be doing some member streams there. Also, we'll have our normal streams as well. Nothing's going to change except there'll just be extra member streams where I'll go into more detail and more in-depth analysis of stuff and stuff like that, and maybe some topics that we don't normally do and stuff like that. So yeah. So thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. Nicholas says good night, Noel, and good night everybody. Good night. Thank you for becoming a member, as I said. And if you want to become a member, don't forget to hit that join button, folks, and join us for some more exclusive content. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and we will see you during the week, folks. Have a good one. Good night. Bye-bye. Yeah.